Jesus describes this building as a man that has wisdom. The man that built on the rock, Jesus said, is a wise man. The one that builds on the sand, Jesus said, is a foolish man. So that means the foundations of your life is a reflection of the level of wisdom you have. In other words, the quality of your foundation is a reflection of the level of wisdom available and at work in your life. The man that builds on the rock is a wise man. He that builds on the sand is a foolish man. The reflection of the quality of the outcome of the year 2024 will be based on the level of wisdom you release in building this year. Can we go further? The security and the future of every structure is determined by her foundation. The height of every building, the quality of that building, the future of that building is determined on the structural texture of the foundation. In other words, how your life will be in 2024 is ultimately the product of the level and the kind of foundation you lay. Now, let me establish this before I go deeper. The wise man has the quality of diligence and hard work because it takes diligence, it takes hard work to dig. The man that is foolish, it's complacent. It's not ready for labor. It's not ready to dig. It's not ready to invest energy and time in building something that will last. Watch this. The wise man, Jesus said, dig. Not only did he dig, but he dig deep. And then he passed the surface and found the rock and then laid the footings of his house, which is a presentation of a future, a new year, destiny, marriage, relationship, business. He laid it on a rock. After digging, he paid the price of discipline, of diligence for him to build. Now watch this. You can't talk about foundations without building. So what does it mean to build? To build simply means to construct. To build simply means to erect. To build simply means to set up. To build simply means to assemble materials together. To build simply means to raise up or to make. To build also means to become stronger. When you are talking about body building now, to become stronger. To build also means to develop. To build also means to put or assemble parts together. Now, what do you want to set up the year 2024? What do you want to construct? What do you want to erect? What do you want to assemble together? What are the parts and pieces of vision, smart goal settings and things you want to assemble to have a desired outcome of a future? Jesus gave the secret of how to build, and that building should survive. He said, you build on the rock. Your plan to build have to be established family, because the level of your foundation, the quality of your foundation will determine the outcome. Let me go ahead of myself a little just to say this. Hear what Jesus said. Not if the storm came, but when the storm arose. When? That means if you are building, you should build with storm in mind. When you are building, you should build with the wind in mind. You should build knowing that the quality of that building will be tested by winds and storms. The Bible says when, not if. That means certainly challenges might arise in the year 2024 that will hit your faith, hit your expectations, but your foundations is what will determine the outcome of the year. What are foundations? Foundation simply means, on a generic level, the lowest load-bearing part of a building. Please get this. The lowest load-bearing part of a building. Foundations are under structures. Foundations also means basis. Foundations also means footings. Foundation means underlying basis or principles. Foundation therefore simply means building according to plan and patterns and principles. In other words, Jesus said, the man that builds according to plan, following pattern, engaging principles, is the man that can withstand the storms. Did you get that? Building according to plan, following patterns, and deploying principles. That man now will survive the storms of the year. That means the foolish man avoided a plan, avoided a pattern, and refused to apply principles. Your personal convictions cannot be stronger than principles that are laid. There are principles laid in the scripture that guarantee success. There are principles laid in the scripture on how we excel and succeed. So foundations now, we are talking about building in 2024 according to divine plan, following divine patterns, deploying divine principles. That is the revelation of wisdom in building. Jesus said, the wise man is the one that builds through planning, following patterns, and deploying principles. Can we go further? Foundations could also mean ideas, principles or facts that provide a support for a thing or to establish a thing.